Hi, my name is Alejandra Solorzano, and today I'm going to talk about the Nike history. This is for the final project of doing business in America. Okay. First of all, Nike begins in Oregon, United States, with the idea of an entrepreneur who had many goals in mind and incredible ideas to create a brand of quality sportswear at an affordable price. The athletic trainer Bill Bowerman wanted to innovate the footwear of the athletes. With the help of Phil Knight, he began to engage with brands in Japan in order to do it. Phil Knight was a member of the athletics team at the University of Oregon, United States, where he also did a reportage for the university newspaper, and he completed his postgraduate studies at the Graduate School of Stanford Business, earning a Master of Business Administration. Together, they both created the brand Nike, but they achieved the fame when Nike started in style in those years thanks to the success of the Nike Air technology that Michael Jordan was wearing in his shoes. In 1987, the company wanted to lead the industry, and so they did it with the Air Max, the first Nike shoes to make the inner tubes visible, and a year later the brand launched its most famous slogan, "Just Do It." This is where our story gets interesting. Nike, by being positioned itself as an important brand, they needed to be able to expand globally, exporting its products all over the world. Nike has 142 shoes factories in 15 countries, and manufacturing is approximately 44% and 21% in Vietnam, and China and Indonesia, which is 100% own brand footwear. Nike has international agreements. Nike is applied by approximately 394 apparel factories located in 39 countries. The largest singles apparel press factory accounted for approximately 12% of the total tax production of Nike clothing in 2016. And in the 90s, a man called Thian worked in one of the Nike plants in Vietnam where footwear is produced the most. But first of all, it is important to know the sectors that we have. We have primary production. This involves acquiring raw materials. The secondary production, this is the manufacturing and ensemble process. And the tertiary production, this refers to the commercial services that support the production and the distribution process. So this man called Thian, he worked at the Nike plant. It could be said that he was part of the secondary sector where he suffered from exploitations since they were paid less than the minimum wage for many hours that he worked there, and not only him but also many of his roommates. One of his colleagues called Tuan had a cousin who also worked in one of the Nike plants, but in Indonesia, where his cousin also claimed that they were overexploited, paying less than the minimum wage, as well as accusing Nike of verbal attacks and used toxic substances when making their products. So they decided to expose Nike about all these problems that the workers were facing. However, they exposed the situation, Nike never faced these accusations before. There was a moment where the accusations made by the Nike brand workers could not longer be denied. So in 1998, finally, the CEO Phil Knight began dealing with these situations, and he gave a speech in which he said that the Nike products has become synonymous with slave wages, forced overtime, and arbitrary abuse. From that moment on, the Nike brand decided to completely renew itself. That is why in the year 2000, Nike launched a training program focused on product sustainable, and In 2004, the Vice President of Corporate Responsibility said that Nike needed to do something for its environmental impacts. And over these past few years, Nike has maintained its range among the most valuable brands in the world of fashion and accessories, according to a report by Brand Finance.